Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. It's race 3 here in Singapore of the 2019 Formula Europe Championship Finals, and we can't wait to see what's going to happen here tonight. I'm Luca Flaminio, and alongside me tonight on commentary, we have Benjamin Cole. Please welcome to Benjamin.
Good evening, everyone, and let's hope we will have a wonderful race tonight.
And we'll see what's going to happen. So the most of the drivers are already on track, but of course, if you can see all the footage and the image that are coming from Singapore right here in this very moment, it's all because we have Alessandro Pietracatella as the broadcast director tonight with us.
Good evening, everybody.
So 14 and a half minutes to go, and the McLaren of Alessio is already on track, and it's the first one that is going to set a time. The most of the drivers are actually on track with soft tires, and as you know, Pirelli here have brought the hyper soft tire, the ultra soft tires, and then the soft tires. We're not going to have the super soft tires here in Singapore. Alessio in the first sectors, he sets a 27.4 and then a 38.2 in sector 2. Really much faster than him is the Mercedes of Domi, but Domi is already on track with the hypersoft tires, setting a 26.2 in the first sector and a 36.3 in the second sector. So let's see what's going to happen with Alessio that's coming down the finish line. Then Domi will be right behind. 139.6 is the first time set by Alessio, but I'm pretty sure that Domi will be able to beat this time, but he's coming back to the pits, so maybe he is not going to use the hypersoft tire to qualify. Maybe the right choice for the drivers will be trying to qualify on a set of ultra soft tires. What do you think, Benjamin?
Well, I think it's the most logical decision, but the best decision is to go with the softer tires, with the speed of the ultra soft on the second part of the race. But let's see what's gonna happen. But, I do believe the pole lap will be on the ultra soft tires anyway.
So TF1 battle actually 137.8 sets the new fastest time of the session ahead of Alessio, 1.8 seconds faster than the McLaren, 140.3 for Top Team Kestrel, 142.5 for F1MD Mark, 143.9 for TF1 Lauda. We also have Lewis 44 on track at the moment with the Mercedes. He sets 28.8 in sector 1. 39.4 in sector 2. It's pretty slow at the moment, to say the least, but maybe he also have much more fuel than the others in his tank, and he's actually up into 5th place with 143.0, just a little less than a half a second slower than his teammate F1MD Mark at the moment. We also have Smokeman on track, so tonight, the two main contenders, Alessio improves himself up into first place, 1:37.497. That's in the new fastest time of the session. Vettel is not improving at the moment. Who is improving is Lewis, who is 2.2 seconds faster than himself in sector 1. And Magic with a soft tire sets the first time under the minute 37. It's a 1:36.5, and it's the new fastest time of the session. But F1MD Mark improves that time of just 20 cents of a second, 1:36.562 against 1:36.582. While Topping Kestrel also improves at Smokeman, 1:36.1, and he's on top of the pile at the moment. Also, Lewis is improving, 4.5 seconds faster than himself in the second sector. And let's see what's gonna happen. He's on the last sector at the moment, under the bridge. Just 4 corners before he's gonna finish his lap. There's a yellow flag at the moment in sector 1.
No,
and now also in sector 2.
True.
Lewis crossing the finish line and is in second place, just less than 1/10 of a second from Smokeman, 1:36.282. So we have In the first 4 spots of the grid, two drivers of the Formula Italian team and 2 drivers of Formula Motorsport drivers, that these are the 2 main contenders. So Formula Motorsport drivers, the leading team after the first 2 races of those finals, they have Lewis 44, Mark and Domi tonight. Then Formula Italian team will race with Smokeman, Magic 89 and Topping Castrol. They have the same drivers of the Hungarian Grand Prix. The only change they made is that Topping Castrol is gonna race, replacing Just Lawler, who raced last Tuesday in Hungary at the Hungaroring. Smokeman is not improving at the moment, so is Lewis, while F1MD Mark is returning to the pit. Magic coming across the finish line. It was a very slow lap, but it looks like he's gonna push for another one this time, and let's see what's gonna happen. While Topping Castle also is beginning a new fast lap at the moment, while Surtail crossed the finish line with 136.7. He's up into 5th place at the moment, while Libero is improving himself 1.5 tenths of a second faster in the first sector, and he also improving in sector 2. 3/10 of a second faster than himself. He can go maybe for a low 138 at the moment, but that is not going to be worth to gain any position, because the time of TF1 Battle, who is in 8th place at the moment, just ahead of Libero, it's a 137.8. While there's a yellow flag in sector 2, and
Libero seems to be quite fast. I will go for the 36. Oh no.
Magic is improving, sector 2, 94 thousandths of a second faster. Smokeman also is improving, 31.
Eyes on Talema is doing a good lap.
Talema is improving in sector 2. He's 3.3 seconds faster than before, so maybe he can go for a low 39. He's just approaching the finish line, and he's up into 7th place. Just under the minute 37 with 136.9, while Magic have decided to don't complete his lap, so he's returning to the pit. Let's see if Smokeman will do the same, or maybe he will try to improve the 136.196, which is actually the time that puts him on top of the pile, but he decided to also return to the pit after this one with 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Talema is still pushing. Oh, and he almost lost the rear car at the exit of turn 5. He's risking a lot at the moment, while F1MD Jami is actually in 11th place, 138.1 his previous time, and he's improving 26.5 in sector 1 was the new fastest lap in sector 1, 36.9. Can he go for a first place? Yes, it is. It's the first driver with soft tires going under the minute 36 with 1:35.975 with 7 minutes to go. So he's on top of the pile. So we have Domi, Smokeman, Lewis, Mark, Magic 89, TF1 City, Topping Castrello.
And Libero hits the pit wall while returning to the pits.
Oh, he was fortunate that he didn't destroy this car, and he can try anyway to change his tires.
Can improve again, and yes.
And yes, he's in fourth. He's in 4th place. He improved of 4.5 tenths of a second now with 136.479. He's up into 4th place. F1MD Mark, he's on hyper-soft tires. So let's see what's going to happen. He is not going on the tires we were expecting for. We were expecting an ultra-soft tire, but F1MD Mark is going for the hyper-soft.
That's quite ambitious.
We'll see what's going to happen.
Not last long.
Time to beat in sector 1 was 26.5, just set by his teammate Domi, and of course he's 2/10 of a second faster there. 26.311 in sector 1 for Mark, who is finding a little bit of traffic ahead of him. Don't think he received any kind of disturb by the cars ahead, while also Lauda is trying to improve. with 26.8 in sector 1. He's on soft tires. Now exit of turn 10 for F1MD Mark, then second sector. Time to beat 36.9, and he sets 36.1, 8 of a second faster in sector 2, so he can maybe go for a mid 134 at the moment. We'll see what's gonna happen at the end of sector number 3. F1MD Mark searching for pole at the moment.
He really seems to be. Oh,
And no, he's not finishing his lap. And in the meantime, I was watching the timetable, and it looks like all the other drivers are coming out with the ultra soft tires.
Lauda. Okay.
Lauda
P9
improves.
for him.
He's in P9 on soft tires. Benjamin, Lauda have only 4.5 minutes to go. I don't think he's going to be able to change his tires and then rejoin the track for a last attempt.
He will be short, but there is still a close window. Maybe he could go for it, if only you don't let everyone goes through. But there's still a chance to change his tires, I think. But it will be a really small window with 2 or 3 seconds left, maximum.
We'll see what's gonna happen. Some of the drivers are already rejoining the track with just less than 4 minutes to go. They are all on ultra soft tires, and it looks like Vettel will be the first one to start a lap on the ultra soft compound. And we'll see what's gonna happen. Of course, so the time to beat in sector 1, it's still the 26.5 set by, while topping Castrol 26.3 on ultra soft tires in sector 1, and then 36.2 with ultra soft tire is much faster than Mark. Mark was on the same time of topping Castrol, but he was on hypersoft tires. So, or Mark was not pushing that much, or topping Castrol at the moment is really flying, and he's on the finish line, and it's 134.7, and he's up into first place at the moment. Domi is out! Domi has crashed! Domi has crashed! So that means that Domi will not be able to improve anymore in the section, and that maybe is going to be a problem for him, because most of the drivers are gonna overtake him on the standings with the ultra soft tires. 26.3 in sector 1 for Alessio, 26.6 for Vettel, while Smokeman 26.2, it's a new record in sector 1. He is the faster driver of them all in that sector. And he does also in sector 2, 36.0. He can maybe go for a 36.3 if he continue like that. We'll see what's gonna happen, while 37.0 for Alessio in second sector. He lost a lot of time, 0.8 of a second compared to topping Castrol, 1 second compared to Smokeman, who's approaching the finish line right now, just the 2 corners, and Smokeman is on top of the pile with 1:34.023. Lewis, sector 1, 26.1 is 1/10 of a second faster than Smokeman in sector 1. 26.1 also for Mark. Oh, it's gonna be a hell of a qualifying in these last few minutes. 1 minute 20 seconds to go. 36.1 in the second sector for Lewis. He is very, very close with Smokeman, who was slightly faster than Lewis 44 in sector 2. 31.7 for Smokeman in the sector 3. We'll see what Lewis is gonna find there. Very close to the wall. Just 2 corners to go. Alessio is up in third, and Lewis 1:33.859, and he's on pole position, while Magic is up into third with 1:34.2. Sector 2 for Mark, 36.3. Antoxic up into 5th place with 1:35.3, while F1MD Mark was not that fast in Sector 2. He lost the 0.3 of a second compared to both Lewis and Smokeman. So let's see if he's going to find something in Sector 3 with Mark coming crossing the finish line and is in 4th place with 1:34.295. Talema coming down the finish line. Let's see where he's going to go. Oh no, he's starting.
Oh, no, he's just
36.4. No. He's just starting his lap right now. So we will see what Talema will be capable to do in the last attempt. Also, TF1 Lauda, just for 1 second, he didn't took the checkered flag on the finish line, so he will be able to complete this lap. We'll see what's going to happen. Magic or Lewis, they are not pushing at the moment. Even Mark is not pushing. So the only two drivers to be watched for are Talema and Lauda. Talema, sector number 1, and he's very slow compared to the Mercedes of Lewis. Half a second slower in sector 1, 26.1 for Lewis, 26.6 for Talema, and the lap of TF1 Lauda has been invalidated by the game.
Sutil
so he's not going to be able to improve
in his lap.
Sutil, just checking the timetable, 26.6 in sector 1. No,
Should
he's
be
invalidated.
improving.
No, he's not improving. He's invalidated by the game. The lap of TF1 Sutil, while Talema sets a 36.3 in sector 2. It was very close there, 36.3 in sector 2 for Talema. I do believe he's not even gonna make it into the top 5. We'll see what's gonna happen. Talema, the last 2 corners, the last driver who's gonna complete the lap, and it's in 6th place. Just 3 cents of a second out of the top 5 behind Topping Kessler. 1:34.757 is in 6th place, and that means that this qualifying session here in Singapore is officially over. And as you can see, Benjamin, you can clearly see how many positions F1MD Dummy have lost. He's in 9th place, and he's gonna start on soft tires.
Well, at least he will start on soft tires, but now she should be higher, definitely. And this mistake will cost him loads of time during the race. Also, good qualifying by Toxic, who will start into the 7th position, and I don't know what happened to Spark, because he don't have any time. I don't know why, but still.
Maybe he decided to try something different, start from the bottom, avoid the trouble with a new set of soft tires, but don't know. I think it's not a good choice in a circuit like that.
No. Or maybe he has been disconnected.
I didn't see him got disconnected, if I'm not wrong.
Who?
Spark, no, Spark it's still
Spark crashed at the start of the qualifying session.
Ah, okay, that's what we missed. That is what we missed. So these are the final standing. You can see there on screen. F1MD Lewis 44 will start from pole position. Alongside him, there's going to be Smokeman, then Magic, F1MD Mark, Topping Casserole, Talema, Antoxic, Alessio, F1MD Domi, Casciaro, Libero, and then Sutil, Lauda, Vettel, all TF1 drivers, and then F1 Simu Spark on P15 will start from the bottom of the grid. So we're now just waiting for the drivers to join the grid. We'll see what's going to happen. As we were saying before we went live, Benjamin, that is going to be a very, very long race, and we are very lucky because at the moment we are seeing that we don't have any kind of rain on track for the race.
That's a miracle. If there is a session without any kind of rain, that will be a miracle, because that doesn't happen so often in this year of Formula Europe.
Yes, it's the first time in this 2019 final that we had a dry qualifying session and also a dry race start. In the 2 previous races, we always said a wet qualifying session and then a dry race. But I'm hoping that we're not going to see any kind of rain because it's really going to be a nightmare here in Singapore for the most of the drivers. So we'll see what's going to happen. We're just waiting for the drivers to join the grid, starting the formation lap. Just a couple of seconds more, and we are going to be ready, and yes, it is. So it looks like all the drivers are leaving the grid without any kind of problem. Lewis Adams, Smokeman, these are turn number 1, 2, and 3. Then we come on turn 4 and then turn 5. And here on these straight is one of the two spots where you can use the DRS if you are under 1 second of the car ahead. And it's one of the most crucial part where you can try to overtake the car ahead. Then turn 6, turn 7, and turn 8 on the left. Another little straight. And we're coming to the Singapore's link. Do you know, Benjamin, this corner there, before it was modified, it was known as the Turtle Chicane. Then it was modified because drivers were not liking that kind of tricky chicane. And now this corner is called Singapore's Link. That is a delicious cocktail they made in Singapore. You know that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they intitulated that corner to one of the most famous Singapore cocktails. You can find in the most in all over the world, but it was invented in Singapore. Now I don't remember the ingredients of the cocktail, but anyway, it's a cocktail. Yes.
Oh, I will check on the internet and do it myself.
And then you let me know if it's good or not.
I believe it will be spicy.
We'll see what's gonna happen. We're also seeing on screen the standings with Formula Motorsport drivers leading with 25 points, then Formula Italian Team 82, Formula Nation 45, Territorio F1 33, F1 Simu 23. 13 points between FMD and Formula Italian Team. And tonight we're coming halfway of the 2019 Formula Europe Championship Finals. The last cars are finding their position on the grid, and now the lights. 1, 2, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we're about to rock and roll in Singapore. And here we go with it was maybe a late start by Magic. Magic lost a lot of time and he was down into 6th place. So Lewis now is leading the race with Smokeman in 2nd, Mark in 3rd,
and the
Magic
and Magic puts a bit, and then Toxic goes on the inside of Magic. Watch out.
They're very close, and Antoxic's finding his way through P6. Then Alessio behind, all the rest of the group, but there's a contact! There's a contact with Vettel, Lambda, and Spark! They contact, they touch in the middle of the straight. They were alongside all of 3, but I do believe that maybe Vettel is having some lag problems, and that is why they touched.
Terrible, and Spark has now his front wing broken, unlike the other 2, I think. Yes. So
we'll see which one of these drivers is going to stop at the end of lap 1, with Lewis trying immediately to set the pace. Already gained 7/10 of a second on Smokeman. Then Mark, Talema, Topping Castle, Antoxic, Magic. How many places Magic have lost? He was in 4th place. Now he's dying into 7. And he's going to have a lot of traffic ahead of him. He's going to have Antoxic and his teammate Topping Castle, then Talema, who have gained position. And he's up into 4 after the race start.
Hey, great start by Talema.
Yes, it was a great start. He gained 2 places there. But anyway, the race is going to be very long. 31 laps. Lewis concluding lap number 1 on the lead of the race with Smokeman behind. Denmark, Talema, Topping Castle, Antoxic, Magic, Alessio, Simo Casciaro, Domi, Sutil, Libero, Vettel, Lauda and Spark. And it looks like, unfortunately, F1 Simu Spark is the only one who's stopping for his front broken wing.
Oh. No, it seems that the gap are now created between every driver, at least a 1 second gap. So let's see what's gonna happen. And Domi is closing on the Simo Cacciaro. And oh, maybe Alessio has a problem because he seems very slow ahead of Simo Cacciaro. I'm not sure.
I don't know if he broke something or if he maybe touched the wall somewhere. I don't know at the moment. We'll see if he's going to struggle again. Actually, he's already 1.3 seconds behind Magic. And at the moment it's still gaining a bit, but it looks like Magic at the moment is struggling behind Antoxic because he knows he's faster. But unfortunately, in this track, it's very hard to complete an overtake on the car ahead. And the fact is that Antoxic at the moment, it's still into the second from Topping Castrol. So he's going to have the opportunity maybe to use the DRS. He's just now up to a 1.2 second gap to Topping Castrol. You can clearly see how Magic 89 is very close to the Force India at the moment. Also, Simo Cacciaro is very close to the tail of Alessio, while Smokeman with 138.9 sets the new fastest lap of the race. Magic trying on the inside on Anton Sick, but he decided to don't overtake him right now because he's gonna have the DRS on this race.
Yes.
We'll see what's gonna happen. Smokeman maintaining the pace on Lewis. 1.4 second on Mark, 1 second between Mark and Talema, 1 second from Talema to Topping Castrol. We'll see if Magic now is gonna try.
On the inside.
Magic on the inside, and he goes through. Yes, he got it. The over 2 Antoxic. He's now up into 6th place. Even now, he's Antoxic trying to stay with him. But let's see now if Magic will have enough pace. What happened?
Surprisingly, Spark has pitted and are back in the Ultra Soft. I thought he will be in the soft tires, but now he decided to go to the Ultra Soft, and oh, he was close to the road this time again.
Oof.
And Spotman has closed on Lewis.
Closing, yeah. After our first lap, where Lewis 44 have gained almost 0.8 of a second on Smokeman, now it looks like Smokeman is having more pace compared to Lewis 44. So now we'll see if he will be able to overtake him while there's another overtake, as TF1 Loud have just overtook his teammate TF1 Battle, now up into 3rd in place. And now Smokeman and Lewis have almost gained a couple of seconds on F1 MD Mark. Lewis sets the new fastest lap of the race with 1:38.933. Just slightly faster than the one set by Smokeman on the previous lap. They are still very close to each other. While Magic actually looks like he's on a similar pace compared to Topping Castrol. He's still 1.3 seconds from Topping Castrol, and Antoxic is not that far, as he's still 0.6 of a second from Magic, and he's into the DRS zone of the Formula Italian team driver.
Yes, that's some promising pace by Antoxic. Hope he will not break your front wing, unlike the other time he raced in the Formula 1, because in 2 races he already broke the front wings, sadly, and hope it will go well tonight for him.
Yes, he's still close to Magic, while at the moment looks like Topping Castrol is slightly faster than Magic. They are almost there, 1.4, 1.3, 1.2 in the last couple of laps, so it's not looking like Magic is going too fast compared to his teammate.
And he's also a bit faster than Talema, I think, or maybe on the same pace, I'm not sure.
Oh, Talema is losing a little bit of time. Topping Castrol is coming back in the tail of the Red Bull. Now there are 0.8 of a second between Talema and Topping Castrol at the moment. And also F1MD Mark is not having the same pace compared to Lewis and Smokeman. Now Lewis sets 39.0, Smokeman 39.1, Mark 39.9, 40.1 for Talema, 39.9 for Topping Castrol. So now Topping Castrol is on the same pace of F1MD Mark on this last lap.
And Toxic is now out of the DRS zone of Magic.
Yes, he
So
lost
we'll
4/10 of a
struggle
second
to
in the last lap.
maintain the gap during the next lap.
And you can see the race of F1 MD Dummy is not going to be easy. Anyway, he's on soft tires. He's going to go longer compared to the others. But at the moment, he's not having enough pace to overtake Cacharo ahead. And also, they have Alessio 2 places ahead. Oh, TF1 battle lap. 3-second penalty for TF1 battle.
Loda has made a slight mistake. Oh, what happened with Loda?
Oh, they're very close to each other.
Oh, that's weird. Loda seems
Do you believe that Lauda is lagging a bit? It's still lagging a bit. Oh, sector 1. Oh, fuck! It's another front wing broken and he's out. And he's out. He retired from the session.
He was having a lot of trouble trying to control his car in the last laps. I don't know,
maybe he broke
overheated
something.
the tires. No.
Maybe. While still Lewis and Smokeman having great pace at the moment, while there's a yellow flag in sector 2, Untoxic. 139.3 for Lewis, 139.2 for Smokeman. And Talema is 2.3 seconds away from Mark. Magic is getting closer. Now Magic is very close to his teammate, and it looks like maybe he's faster of both Topping Castrol and Talema. We'll see what's going to happen.
Well, I think...
Eyes on Domi too. He's really near to Cacharo.
He's very close. We'll see if he's going to use the DRS on the straight. But don't forget that... Oh, another penalty. Also, Cacharo will have the opportunity to use the DRS. Dummy on the outside of Cacharo. Oh, goes on the outside. They are very close.
And he will have the inside on the next turn, and he will complete the overtake. Yes.
And yes, he got it. It's a great overtake by F1 MD Dummy, who is now up into 9th place. So maybe now the soft tire are start to walking their way.
Hey, that's exactly what I was going to say. Anyway, so yes.
I leave you without words. Magic on Topping Castrol, and I'm pretty sure that was a team order with Topping Castrol who let Magic 89 go. And now we'll see if Magic will let the pace to overtake Talema, who is losing half a second on F1MD Mark on the last lap, while Smokeman is still right there on the tail of Lewis. They are going really, really on the same time. It's just like I'm watching battle against Hamilton in Canada this Sunday. They are very close for the entire race at the moment. 39.6 for Smokeman, 39.9 for Mark, 40.7 for Talema, 40.4 for Magic. Was 0.3 of a second faster than Talema.
And watch out for Smokeman. He's really
Smokeman is very close.
Ah no,
he's closer than before. It's close, but not enough. No. There were no reason to take any kind of risk, as we are only on lap 7. Dummy on Alessio, again on the outside, trying something similar to what he tried on Cacharo, but this time he make it through even easier than before. And he get through Alessio, going up into P8, and he's 4.1 seconds from Untoxic.
Yes, and now he has Untoxic as a target, and he seems to be faster than the guys ahead in the last few laps. So yes, the soft tires are really beginning to work better than the ultra soft.
We'll see which kind of pace Dummy is gonna have now that he have free track ahead of him after he overtook Alessio.
And now Magic is really close on Talema. He has closed.
Magic is close to Talema. Yeah. Yes, it is. As well as Smokeman is still close on Lewis 44.
But if
just
you look
4/10 of a second.
If you look at Smokeman, he didn't use as much as ERS as he should. So I guess he wants to stay calmly behind.
You want to stay behind?
Yes, for now. And he will overtake.
Cacharo on Alessio. Cacharo on Alessio that he decided to return to the pit. So he's the first one who decided to pit on the ultra soft tires. Pretty sure he's gonna go on soft tires, but let's see if he have any kind of damage, if he hit the wall and he decided to do something different. No, there's not even a change of a front wing for him.
Oh, again, 3 seconds for Loda.
Magic on Talema, yes, he got it.
What a move!
Magic. He goes on the
Magic.
outside. I didn't saw the complete move. Can you tell us?
Magic went in on the inside at the end of the DRS zone and made a sort of Ricciardo move.
Wow.
On Talema. Really, I didn't think he was able to turn the car because he was really fast approaching the turn.
Well, very good. So now Magic is up into 4th place. There are 4.1 seconds between him and F1MD Mark. I'm just taking a look at the ERS. Smokeman have the blue bar of the ERS almost completely charged, while Lewis has half of his bar. So Smokeman is really not pushing as much as he can at this time. He's just using Lewis 44 as a train at the moment, maybe.
Yes, I think so. Because if you look closely, he just used the
Mark! Sorry.
The motor. Oh, Mark in the pit. Yes.
Mark in the pits. It will be very important for him, seeing where he is going to rejoin. Kashar is coming, Libero. Oof. He's coming down the pit lane right now. Oh, you have to watch out for Vettel, maybe. They are gonna be very close. They're gonna be very close, and Kia from Vettel is ahead. I don't know. Maybe this is gonna be a problem for Mark. Because Vettel is on soft tires, so it's gonna go longer.
Yes, but his tires are 8 laps older, and Mark is faster anyway, so we'll see what's gonna happen. But
yeah, of course it's gonna be faster. But of course, also on this track, maybe Smokeman at the moment, maybe Smokeman has made a mistake, because now there is almost 1.5 seconds between Lewis 44 and Smokeman, so maybe there was a mistake by the Renault driver. Now Lewis can just breathe a little bit.
yes, because he doesn't have the air of Smokesman just behind. And Magic has really is really faster from Talema because he has put the 2-second gap just after the overtake.
Also, Topping Kestrel is very close to Talema, so maybe some of the drivers are struggling more than the others on these very aged ultra soft tires. And Smokeman is going for a pit stop right now, while Lewis 44 is continuing.
So maybe
also Talema is in the pits.
Oh. So I do believe that Smokeman wasn't
also Magic.
With the tires.
Magic maybe, we'll see. Magic is in the pit too. So let's see where Smokeman is going to rejoin. Maybe he wants to pit to avoid any kind of undercut by F1MD Mark. And yes, he made it because he exit ahead of both Vettel and Mark. And he's going to have no traffic because ahead of him, Libero is almost 5 seconds from him.
And so he will probably overtake Lewis with the undercut.
Lewis have to answer for sure the call made by Smokeman, or he's going to lose the position, because maybe now Smokeman will struggle a little bit in the first part of the lap as he's going to have cold, soft tires. But on the second half of the lap, he will start to gain time on Lewis. Unfortunately, there was almost 1.5 seconds between them. If Smokeman was capable to stay within half a second, now maybe he could have the opportunity to overtake Lewis. But now I'm not going to be so sure. We'll see. And now there are 28 seconds between them, and I don't think that 28 seconds are enough.
Mark is losing a lot of time at the moment behind Vettel.
Oh, behind Vettel, yes.
And also, Domi has closed on Untoxic and Topping Kestrel. So there is now a group of 3 cars.
Who's trying to move?
Oh! Mark on the inside, it's going to be the outside now with Vettel. Don't want to give up. They're losing a lot of time. Oh.
Wow,
Wow, that was
an
great.
overtake.
Domi
Mamma
takes
mia.
the lead. Lewis exiting the pit. Smokeman is not even on the last corner.
Libero in the pits also, and where will
Lewis
be?
is
Oh,
exiting right now. No, he didn't make it. It
No.
looks like Lewis V4 is gonna stay ahead, and it looks like the gap between them is unchanged.
Or maybe a bit closer, because Smokeman was 1 second and a half
Yes.
behind, and now he's only he's in the RS zone.
That is what I was talking about, but now, of course, it's gonna be Lewis who will struggle a little bit with his cold soft tires compared to the ones that Smokeman have already heated up. But unfortunately, Talema!
Talema and yes.
Topping Kestrel,
And
Talema on the outside,
Loda.
Topping Kestrel. Woo!
Ooh,
And
they're really
also
tough.
Lauder Antoxic.
Oh no!
Oh no!
No, no.
Antoxic! I don't know if he hit the wall or maybe he was able to save this front wing.
I'm not sure I can see with the camera, but I do believe there was a contact between him and Loda.
But because if he lost the front wing, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem because he just made his pit stop, so it's gonna be a tragedy for his strategy.
But I do believe
And
he
Smokeman is very
hasn't-
close. Just taking a look at the pace of Domi, he is on the pace of 140.1 on the last lap. TF1 Sutil went up into second, 40.7. Lewis
And now look at Smokeman, he's closer than ever.
is very close. He's very close right
for the
now.
move on the-
Oh, he defended on the inside. He went there for the move on
No.
Lewis. They are very close. But Lewis 44 managed to defend his spot. Benjamin, it looked like Smokeman now wants to make his move.
Yes, he's definitely on the offensive side. Definitely on the offensive, yes. And now look at
closing.
maybe in the
He's closing
side.
again.
No,
Ah.
no. He was too.
He
was too
decided to
far.
go on the
On Vettel now.
Vettel
He's
on the
taking position
outside.
using DRS.
And yes, he got it at turn 5. Magic
And
got
look
through.
at,
He's up into 6th.
Kestrel and Talema also, they're still fighting into
And
the
Topping
DRS.
Castle is still behind. They are fighting
Alessio,
for P8 and P9 at the
Alessio
moment.
and-
Lauda with Alessio. Of course, now the drivers with the older soft tires are struggling more than the one with the new soft tires.
Loda is really, really slow, huh? Because he has lost. I do believe he has lost 7 seconds to Vettel.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Maybe he has.
Smokeman is very close.
Maybe
Smokeman
his
is
tire-
right in the gearbox of Lewis.
I will have an opportunity for sure. Oh, and that was a front wing, part of the front wing in this turn. I'm not sure. I think I see a part of the front wing.
Well, compared to Domi, looks like Lewis is not gaining that much. Yes, they lost a little bit of time fighting against each other. He sets 39.9 in the last lap compared to the 40.2 of Domi. They just gained 0.3 of a second, but it looks like Smokeman have more pace to Lewis at this time. Let's see if he will be able to make the move right now. He's closer again.
He will. On the inside.
Lewis on the center of the track. Lewis! Oh, and they touch! And they touch! And Lewis almost lost this car. Ooh, that was very dangerous, hoping that none of the two have received any kind of damage from this contact. But now the battle is on, and TF1 battle again, 3-second time penalty. Looks like he now have 9-second time penalty.
That's too much.
Too much, and we are only on lap 13 after on 31, even not at the half of the race distance.
And don't forget, he will have a 5-second penalty at the end of the race anyway, like every TF1.
Unfortunately, Lewis and Smokeman with this battle are helping Domi because Domi is doing his pace and is not losing the time he should lose against two drivers with a new set of soft tires. Domi is lapping constantly on the low 40, 40.1, 40.2, 40.2 in the last 3 laps. Sutil 140.7, 41.1, 40.9. Lewis 39.6. 3 seconds for Alessio. And actually, he could be already behind Anton Sick. And he also, maybe he can also risk the position on Casharo, but they are teammates, so that's not going to change that much. Smokeman now is a little bit farther.
Tension on Vettel, Talema, and Finkestrel, they are all really close at the moment.
Oh, and Simo
Libero Casharo, and he broke the front wing because the mechanics are bringing a new front wing into his car. So problems for Simo Casharo. He's now in 14th place, the last place.
Look at Talema, he goes past Vettel.
And we'll see if Topping Castro will try to gain advantage of the situation. But he don't, so he's going to stay behind Vettel. And now that is going to be an opportunity for Talema to try to gain some time on Topping Castro.
Smokeman is now back into the gearbox of Lewis.
Yeah. He maybe decide to take a little breath for 1 lap and then return to do attack mode. But now we're gonna have 1 more driver in the battle because they are catching TF1 Sutil right ahead. And maybe Lewis will be under the second in the next DRS zone, and that's gonna be another problem for Smokeman now. Low 39 for both of them, 31.9 for Lewis, sorry, 39.2 for Lewis, 39.0 for Smokeman, compared to the 40.3 of Dummy. So they have the possibility to gain more than 1 second per lap on the leader, but actually they are 11 seconds from the leader. And don't forget that Domi will have ultra soft tires in the second half of the race.
Well,
TF1 Sutil is very close now with Lewis 44. Let's see what's going to happen there.
A lot of time because there is no opportunity to overtake except if...
Topping Kestrel is overtaking Vettel. Vettel touched the wall at the exiting the turn.
And Topping Kestrel gets through up into P8, even Libero on Lauda.
Oh, wonderful overtake by Libero on the outside of turn 3, I think. Just before
and
the
let's stay with Sutil, Lewis 44 and Smokeman. They are all 3 very, very close. And there's a yellow flag in sector 2. Lauda. A mistake by Lauda. Sutil is struggling with the tire. You can clearly see how much he's really on he have a tricky rear at the moment. Domi 40.2.
Oh, and again 2 seconds for and Lauda has crashed.
Oh, Lauda's crashed. Lauda is out.
Tension on Smokeman.
Smokeman on Lewis. Lewis defending Smokeman at the last moment, trying to go on the inside. There was not enough space there, so Smokeman is still behind Lewis.
And watch out for
that's gonna be.
But,
that's gonna be a great battle. Let's see if Lewis 44.
Oh,
and he almost lost the rear.
Still on the outside.
And yes, he got it. And now that's gonna be a big problem for Smokeman because he's gonna lose a lot of time to Lewis if he's gonna stay behind Sutil for the this lap at least.
Yes, because I do believe that Lewis will go at least 2 seconds, 1 or 2 seconds faster, which is obviously huge. Because Sutil, look at Sutil, his rear is really tricky and his tires are destroyed. So,
let's see if he's gonna try there. Lewis trying to, Sutil trying to defend on the outside, Smokeman going on the inside, and they are very close, and Smokeman gets through.
And I do believe that Sutil didn't defend at all, and he even let Smokeman through, I think.
Well, maybe that was an opportunity because he knows he's gonna lose a lot of time fighting against each other. But now between Smokeman and Lewis, there are 1.6 seconds, and now we will see if Smokeman will really have the pace to recatch again Lewis 44.
And now look at the group with Vettel and Alessio and Antoxic, who are really close, and Vettel is really struggling with his tires. Oh, and 3 seconds for Sutil.
3 seconds for Sutil, and that's gonna something we're gonna watch for the end of the race. Oh, Vettel is losing a lot of time. Here, both Alessio and Antoxic right behind. Also, Topping Kestrel again very close to Talema, fighting for P7 and P8. Well, in this lap, Smokeman is not getting that much. A mistake. But Talema almost touched the wall at the exit of turn 5. So now
on the outside, he tries, but no, he can't.
Maybe he's gonna try a switchback move there. There's not gonna be enough space.
And
Still have to stay behind. Alessio and Vettel. Alessio and Vettel depending on the inside. They are very close. They almost touch. Alessio is still there. Trying on the inside there. Topping Kestrel also, and Talema, they're very close. Antoxic trying on the inside. They were very close. Vettel goes.
He has no pace. He should go to the pit because. Oh, what a
That was an all or nothing dive. But it looks like no, he's letting through. He's letting Alessio through again. He knows the move was too aggressive, and he decided to give the position back to Alessio.
Sadly, it was wonderful.
Wow!
You remember me Massa with Senna in Singapore in 2012. That was risky.
Well, Smokeman at the moment is not gaining on Lewis. He was 0.3 of a second slower in the last lap. Now there is a 2.2 second differential between Lewis 44 and Smokeman. We will see if this trend is going to change in the last few laps, or if from now on Smokeman will not gonna have the same pace of Lewis. We'll see what's gonna happen. Now there are only 8.9 second differential between Dummy and Lewis.
Mark has reached the TF1 Sutil, and now he may lost some time on Magic.
Oh, Topping Kestrel, sorry, Topping Kestrel on Talema. Talema defending on the inside, and Topping Kestrel gets through with a great move on the outside.
Oh, Mark! He has lost his front wing.
Oh.
Just a part of his front wing.
Just a part?
Yes.
But he's trying to attack TF1 Sutil anyway. Obviously, he gets through. He's much faster on his new soft tires. But now maybe he's not gonna have the same pace as before, and he has to be careful because Magic is just 3.5 seconds from him. So we'll see if he's gonna lose time after he touches Sutil.
Apparently it seems a big part of his wing, so it may compromise his pace.
Lewis, 38.9 is the new fastest lap of the race, but Smokeman goes even slightly faster with 1:38.8. 1/10 of a second faster than Lewis.
And look at Mark. He's really struggling.
Oh, he's struggling a lot because you can clearly see he's not even gaining on TF1 Sutil now. So that means his pace now is really compromised. And Sutil, of course, Magic is gaining. He already gained 1 second and he's coming right into both Mark and Sutil.
Man, I don't know what I will do if I was Mark. Between
I really don't know.
Well, anyway, we ended up with Alessio and Toxic, I think.
Maybe he can try to wait for Sutil to stop and stop with Sutil. They both gonna have a new ultra soft tires, and maybe they will try something different at the end of the race. I don't know, because he's really losing a lot. Alessio on Vettel, and he goes on the outside. Let's see if also Antoxic can try to take advantage of the situation. Vettel, 3 seconds. Oh, again, Alessio with Vettel. They are very close.
And look at Vettel, he will try on the inside, I thought.
And Antoxic! No! And Vettel lost the car. Oof! I do believe that the F1 battle was fighting too much against them.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it goes wrong this time for him.
Oh, yes.
And
Oh,
Domi is coming in, so it's gonna be level lap on ultra soft tires for him. Yes, it is ultra soft tires, and he's rejoining. Of course, he's behind Lewis, behind Smokeman. He's
Oh.
also behind Marcus, continuing. Talema, 3-second time penalty.
I will exit on the 6th place. I do believe
Yes,
it will be
stopping Castrol
15
is
seconds
too
behind
far.
Lewis.
6.5 seconds from Magic. Oh no, sorry, it's much more. Almost 8 seconds from Magic.
Yes.
Smokeman is gaining again. He was 4/10 of a second faster than Lewis on the last lap.
Toxic is in the pits. He has lost a part of his front wing.
Unfortunately, again, a
Another
front wing
CO2.
damage for Antoxic and Sutil.
Another show also. And
Oh.
Vettel also.
Wow.
Oh.
That was a carnage between Alessio, Antoxic, and Vettel.
Well, at least they will still fight together, but still, that wasn't supposed to happen for them.
Smokeman is coming again. Another 2/10 gain on Lewis. 1.4 second differential between them right now. Oh, maybe a little touch into the wall for Lewis 44, but you know, you can never trust the spectator point of view, so you never know.
No, yes.
His front wing seems to be okay.
Yeah, yes, it's okay. I didn't see any carbon fiber pulling away from his front wing. 139.1 for Lewis. New fastest lap of the race. 138.7 for Smokeman.
In the pits.
So Dylan is in the pits. So Magic now will try to catch F1MD Mark as they are vying for the podium right now. But Domi is going to be close because, of course, he's on ultra soft tires. He's going to fly on these last 10 laps. Again, Smokeman.
Still will exit on the 8th
Just
position.
behind Libero. No, he's going to be behind Talema. Libero is not going to have enough time to rejoin ahead of Sutil, who is coming out of the pit lane right now. And is in 8th place.
Magic is just behind Mark now.
He's right there. You have to find a way through because Domi is absolutely flying. He was 7.7 seconds from Magic when he exited the pit. Now he is already less than 4 seconds from him.
Oh, and it was only 2 laps before. But
Yeah.
But Magic has lost time with Sutil also, and now with Mark.
Yeah, sure.
He could go
Magic
faster,
have to find his way through. Of course, I'm pretty sure that Mark is not gonna give any resistance when his teammate Domi is gonna be right on his tail. Of course.
But with Magic, it's another story.
Yeah, of course. They are fighting for the championship. It's a Formula Motorsport drivers against Formula Italian team. While Lewis sets 39.0 in this lap and against the 39.1. Lewis 3-second time penalty, and this can be a race turning point because Smokeman at the moment, 36.6 for Domi. And that means he's 2.5 seconds faster than the leaders. Magic is very close to Mark.
Now.
He's gonna try for sure, but of course, I'm pretty sure that Magic will immediately be overtaken by Domi. Magic going on the outside on F1 and D Mark, who's not letting the Magic the inside, and yes, he gets through. And now Mark, of course, pulling away, leaving the room to let his teammate F1MD Domi through. But what a race by Domi. He was starting from P9, now he's flying on those tires, and he's again fighting for the podium.
Yes, I do believe he would have fight for the first position, I think, if he wasn't starting in the 9th place, but we will never know. because it
Of course,
seems
I
to be
was.
really fast
I was
tonight.
checking the race director table, and Smokeman also have to be very careful because he already have received 2 warnings. So if at the next
no,
one,
he has got 3 seconds.
sorry, I'm not gonna tell anything anyway.
Your fault. Your fault.
Yes, it's my fault. I'm not gonna say anything. So they are still racing for the victory. 1.5 seconds between them. While F1MD dummy is right on the tail of Magic, just 2/10 of a second between them. There's the yellow flag in sector 1, and it's Vettel. It's Vettel, and he broke the front wing again. Oh, be careful because there are lots of debris there, and Lewis and Smokeman are just coming down this point of the track at the moment.
And now Domi will try to overtake Magic on the JRS zone.
I don't think Magic will be able to resist the attack of Dummy. Dummy is already trying to go on the outside of Magic. Let's see. No, there's no chance for Magic. So F1MD Dummy is up into P3.
And now Sutil is just behind Talema. They will fight together, but with his fresh tires, of course Sutil will be faster.
Yes, it's very close already. Talema try to defend on the outside. That gives enough room for TF1 Sutil to go on the outside. There is a contact between them. And in the end of this one, Talema goes wide and Sutil goes through. I don't know if Talema will stay in silence after the race.
No.
Very similar pace between Lewis 44 and Smokeman. They are always there. There is always 1.5 seconds between them. 38.7 for Smokeman. I'm curious to see which pace will have Domi now compared to the leaders. Oh, sector 3 and Vettel is out. And Vettel is out, unfortunately. He was struggling a lot. He crashed a couple of times. And this time, he crashed definitely.
So we have lost 2 TF1.
Yes, the only one left is Sutil, who's in 7th place at the moment, and maybe we 8.2 seconds. I don't know if he will be able to catch up in Castro before the end of the race. Well, he's gaining on him, I'm pretty sure, but we also have to remember that Sutil have a 3-second time penalty, if I'm not wrong, so that's not gonna help him.
I do believe Topping Kestrel has none. So...
No, no penalty, yeah. Well, taking a look at the penalty, we have 3 seconds for the race leader, Lewis 44, 3 seconds for Smokeman, 3 seconds for TF1 Sutil, 3 seconds for Talema, 6 seconds for Antoxic, and 3 seconds for Alessio.
So Antoxic is behind Alessio anyway. And talking about Toxic, he has closed on Simo Cacharo, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, he made contact with the wall, or maybe that was a problem with the spectator mode.
Maybe, we'll see. Lewis is going for his personal best, 138.9, but Smokeman goes faster, 138.7. Another couple of tenths gained by Smokeman. Now there is a 1.2 second differential between Lewis 44 and Smokeman. And Lewis is really pushing because Smokeman now still have almost 3/4 of his ERS bar charged against Lewis 44, who is now just with 1/4 of his bar.
And maybe
Cacharo, Antoxic is very close to Cacharo. And Cacharo is very slow at the moment with those soft tires, 10 laps older, compared to the 4 laps ultra soft tire of both Antoxic and Alessio that are right behind him. And another 1/10 of a second gained by Smokeman. He can almost go under the 1 second gap, maybe at the end of this lap. We'll see. 1.101, 1.0.
And
it's almost there.
He's gaining at least 1 second per lap.
Yes, Domi is also gaining. Now he have a 10.6 second gap to Smokeman, but we only have 6 laps remaining, so maybe he's gonna be there, but he's not gonna close on them. But maybe a fight between Lewis and Smokeman may help him.
Oh, and non-toxic on the Simo Cacharo.
Antoxic on Simo Cacharo, and he gets through. Oh, Cacharo trying again. But in the end, it looks like Antoxic has got through. And yes, it is all switchback move again by Cacharo, but too much traction for the Ultra Soft of Antoxic. And in the end, the F1 Simu drivers able to get the job done, while Smokeman is back in the DRS zone of Lewis 44. And Domi is less than 10 seconds from them. Now 9.8 and 5 laps to go.
And don't forget that Domi hasn't got any penalty, while Smokeman won.
That's gonna help him a lot, because he can, if he will be able to stay under the 3 seconds to Smokeman, he will be able to overtake him anyway. Just also taking a look at the race director, and Domi have no warnings, so that means he can also take some more risk in those last few laps.
Attention, because Topping Kestrel is taking a lot of time on Mark in each lap, almost 2 seconds, so he may catch him before the race ends.
We'll see what's gonna happen. 5 seconds between F1 MD Mark and Topping Kestrel. We'll see. Now they are back to a 1.2 second differential between Lewis and Smokeman. Lewis sets a 1:38.7, 38.8 for Smokeman. Domi goes for a 37.2, 1.5 seconds faster. And now there are 8.5 seconds between them. Ooh, I'm starting to believe that Domi may win this one.
Smokeman has touched the wall really hardly, and I think he didn't damage anything, but it was really
big risk.
Yes.
And now Sutil is closing on the Topping Kestrel also, with his new ultra soft tires. While of course Kestrel is closing on Mark because he's a part of his front wing. Oh, and Domi is no below the 8 second mark.
He still need 4.7 seconds to be already ahead of Smokeman.
I do believe he will have them, because
if he continue with this pace, he can do it.
Maybe he could win the race. Maybe.
Lewis 44 still managing a 1.5 second gap. Now 1.6 on Smokeman, who have a 7.2 second differential on Domi. We'll see what the clock will tell us at the end of this lap. It's lap number 27, and Lewis 44 sets a 38.8, 39.2 for Smokeman. Domi 37.3. So again, almost 2 seconds gained, and he's down to 6.6.
And there's still 4 laps to go, but maybe he could be just behind Smokeman by the end of the race.
Well, actually, if he also catch Smokeman, as I was saying before, he can also win the race. So it can be an F1 MD1 too at the moment, if he catch Smokeman.
And now Sutil is just behind Topping Kestrel.
Oh, Smokeman is losing a little bit of time to Lewis now. Now there is a 1.8 second differential between Lewis 44 and Smokeman, and Domi is 6 seconds from Smokeman with 3.5 laps to go and 3 seconds to be gained before he gets already ahead of the Renault of the Formula Italian team driver, Smokeman 8.45. Oh, now Lewis is gaining. I don't know what is happening to Smokeman, if he have damaged something, but now there are 2 seconds between Lewis and Smokeman. He is struggling much more than the other laps. And Sutil is very close to topping Castrol now, as topping Castrol is also closing on F1MD Mark.
And don't forget that the speed has a 3-second penalty, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. You remember correctly, yes.
Ah, wonderful. And Domi wasn't able to really close the gap as much as before, because he was on 38.0 this lap.
Yes, he was 0.8 of a second slower than the lap before, when he set, say, 37, sorry, at 37.3. Smokeman is now back into 2 seconds, 1.9. Oh, it's going to be very close. Less than 3 laps to go, and
Topping
still
Castrol
2.3 seconds. Topping Castrol in the DRS zone of Mark. And that for him is going to also be an opportunity to defending himself from Sutil, but it's not going to be easy anyway, because the ultra soft tires of the TF1 drivers have a lot of traction. Sutil goes on the inside.
No.
Was not enough space to dive into the inside of topping Castrol.
And now both of them, they lost much time behind Mark, who was
Yeah.
in 24.
And now it looks like Dummy, as you were saying before, is not gaining that much as before, just 4.8 seconds. Maybe the ultra soft tires are starting to struggle a little bit in these last few laps. He still need 1.6 seconds.
It still can do it, but it will be harder than I thought.
We'll see 2 laps to go. Lewis is still leading, 1.8 on the Smokeman. Simo Casciaro on Alessio. Topping Castrol is also very close to the tail of F1MD Mark. It's going to be a great final 2 laps. Sutil taking a very big risk at the exit of turn 17. Oh, they are very close. They are very close. We'll see what's going to happen. Mark is trying to defending.
Last time there was a group of 3 of them pitted in the next.
Hoping that this thing is not going to happen again. And now again, topping Castrol close to Mark. He have to find a good exit here to try to attack the F1MD driver. Now it's very close. Topping Castrol. We'll see if Mark will defend on the inside. Yes, it is. Topping Castrol goes on the outside. They're wheel to wheel with Mark defending on the outside. They're very close. They almost touch. And he goes on the outside. Ooh, that was a really great action there. TF1 Sutil getting very close. But they're gonna be only maybe 1 more lap to try to attack Mark. And the F1MD driver is doing a brilliant job defending his place at the moment.
And look at Domi, he will have to gain 7/10 of a second during the last lap.
7/10 is not gonna be easy, but we'll see. 38.7 for Smokeman, almost on his same pace.
Sutil
on topping Castrol.
What a dive!
Wow.
And of course, topping Castrol have lost some times on Mark, and that maybe is gonna give the opportunity for Mark to save himself from another attack, but it's not gonna be easy. He's suffering a lot. Dummy 3.3. He just needs 3 more tenths of a second. He's giving everything that they have in this last lap of the race. 3.2. Pretty sure that F1MD Dummy is gonna make it.
3.0.
3.0.
He will make it.
3.1. Oh, it's gonna be close.
And
Topping Castrol again. Oh, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. He also has Sutil right in his back. He's not as close as the lap before. Goes on the outside again.
Mark will defend. Oh, he missed it. Oh, they will touch. Ah, no.
And in the end, Sutil gets through. And in the end, Sutil gets through.
And look at Domi. It's 5 tenths behind.
Ooh, maybe made a mistake. Lewis just 3 corners from the victory with 2 seconds on Smokeman. Smokeman is pushing Hazard Diesel, but Lewis 44 wins in Singapore. Smokeman is in second place, and in the end, Dummy does not make it through. 1 second from Smokeman.
Playing on Marky, he will overtake Mark at once. Oh, they nearly touch. He dive on the inside.
And yes, he got it. Yes, he got it to get through, but I'm pretty sure he's not gonna have enough space and time to gain the 3 seconds he need.
No.
And also, Mark will be able to defend himself from topping Castrol, as none of them have a penalty. So in the end, Mark managed to finish the race ahead of topping Castrol. But in the end, they finished in P5 and 6. So in the end of this race, that was a very good result for F1MD, as each F1MD drivers have finished the race ahead of 1 Formula Italian team drivers. Lewis has beat Smokeman, Domi has beat Magic, and Mark has beat Topping Castrol.
Yes, so that's a wonderful, that's a perfect, not wonderful, but perfect result for F1MD and for the championship. And we will see what happens in the next 3 races.
And we'll see what's gonna happen, but of course, we're gonna have here with us the first 3 drivers of tonight's race. So we're gonna have Lewis 44, we're gonna have Smokeman, and we're gonna have Tommy with us just in the next few minutes, so stay there. So, of course, as I always ask to you at the end of every race, what is your opinion on the race we saw tonight?
It was really an action-packed race, but no, I'm used to it now, and look at those 3 Italian flags on the podium. Yes, that was a really funny race to see again, as always, of course, and it was a pleasure.
And so we're just waiting for Lewis 44, Smokeman, and Dummy to join us right here on the post-race interviews. So we're just waiting for them to join. Yes, as you were saying, it was a very, very action-packed race. We saw plenty of action, even if the track does not give to the drivers enough room to try to overtake the cars ahead. Dummy have done a great race, starting from P9, finishing P3 on the podium, almost giving his team an incredible 1-2. He finished just 1 second from Smokeman, and he was very, very close. We do believe in the last lap he was maybe able to overtake the Formula Italian team drivers, but in the end, maybe the ultra soft tires were finished, or maybe he made a mistake pushing as hard as he can in the last couple of laps. But anyway, we already been reached by all the 3 drivers who gets the podium tonight. So of course we are starting giving some question to the race winner F1 MD Lewis 44. So Lewis was a great race, a great neck-to-neck battle with Smokeman. How much it was hard for you to maintain the concentration from lap 1 to check red flag?
Puoi tradurre per favore?
Sì. Ok, è stata una battaglia durissima con Smokeman, una gara davvero molto tirata. Quanto è stato difficile mantenere la concentrazione in questa battaglia dal primo giro fino alla bandiera a scacchi?
È stata durissima. Cioè, Smokeman è un signor pilota e tenerlo dietro per tutti questi giri è stata veramente durissima. Una buona gara, diciamo, per come sono messe le cose provvisoriamente, una buonissima gara. Sono contento per la vittoria e sinceramente non me l'aspettavo. Sono contento per il team più che altro.
Okay, so it was a very, very hard race. Smokeman is a very good driver. It was really hard for me to maintain the concentration during the whole race. Anyway, it was a very, very good result for the whole team tonight. Okay, I finished my translation. Talking about Smokeman, same as for Lewis, it was a very tough race. The both of you were always very close to each other during the entire race. It was really 31 incredible laps, seeing you always being very close. Maybe you had a couple of opportunity trying to overtake Lewis, but you didn't manage to get through.
Yes, I think I could do better qualifying, and my first attempt was not enough, and nothing. The race pace was not good, I think, because I could do better in practice. I could. I did some 38 in the first laps, but today only one, and nothing. I think, however, that it was a good race, but I'm not happy, honestly. And I would to say thank to Lewis for the battle. Nothing.
Okay, so Domi, was a very good race for you. We were talking about the qualifying disaster, but in the end, you managed to recover from P9, almost very near also to reach P2 and give your team a very, very spectacular 1-2 here in Singapore. But in the end, maybe something happened in the last few laps where you were gaining on Smokeman, and just in the last lap you lose almost 1 second on him. Maybe the tires were over, maybe you made a mistake. What happened?
Ti rispondo in italiano.
Sì.
Sì, in qualifica ho commesso un errore più che altro di distrazione e ho rotto la sospensione. Per quanto riguarda la gara, ho cercato di spingere il più possibile con la soft, e poi quando ho messo le ultra praticamente ho fatto giri di qualifica praticamente tutti i giri. Sì, peccato per alla fine, perché sia Lewis che Smokeman avevano 3 secondi di penalità. Potevo anche fare qualcosina in più di terzo, del terzo posto. Però sì, alla fine ero davvero sulle uova. Scodavo ogni curva, quindi penso di aver limitato i danni il più possibile.
Okay, unfortunately, I made a mistake during qualifying. I made a mistake for maybe my distraction, and I broke the suspension of the car. I'm trying during the race to push as hard as I can with the soft tires, and then on the second stint on the ultra soft tires, I was really doing every lap like it was a qualifying lap. Unfortunately, on the last lap, the tires were really done, and I was really struggling with the rear. It was very slightly, so I didn't have the opportunity to catch either of the two drivers ahead of him. It was very unlucky because they both have a 3-second time penalty, so I also believe that I got the opportunity to even do something better than P3, but anyway, in the end, it's a good result anyway. Talking about the results of the team, with Benjamin, we were talking at the end of the race that was anyway a very good result in this race for Formula Motorsport drivers, because all of the 3 F1 MD drivers have finished their race ahead of all 3 Formula Italian team drivers. So it's a very good result at the end, and I do believe that maybe nothing's going to change at the end of the race, after the race. But anyway, we'll see. If the result stays like this, it's a very good result. So just want to ask to both Luis 44 and Domi what they think about that. So traduco per Lewis. Abbiamo detto durante il finale di gara parlavamo con Benjamin del fatto che è stato un ottimo risultato per il team, perché tutti i piloti di FMD hanno finito davanti ai piloti di FIT rispettivamente, quindi tutti e tre hanno vinto la battaglia con, diciamo, i rispettivi avversari. È un ottimo risultato e quindi si arriva al giro di boa con un'ottima classifica, al netto della possibilità che nulla cambi nel post gara.
Sì, sì, lo dicevo già prima, per il team è stata un'ottima gara, almeno provvisoriamente. Diciamo che queste 3 gare sono andate piuttosto bene, speriamo di continuare così.
Ok, Domi?
Sì, sicuramente è un buon risultato per il team. Sì, cerchiamo di continuare così per le prossime finali.
Okay. Anyway, they both say that it was a very good result for the team. The first 3 races of the finals went very well for them, and they also, of course, hoping to continue on this pace for the second half of the Formula Europe 2019 Championship Finals. Smokeman, I wanna just ask to you a similar question to the one I asked to them. Unfortunately, as we were saying, all of the Formula Italian team drivers have finished the race behind the FMD drivers. So, what do you think your team needs to do in the next 3 races we still have before the end of the championship to try to retake the lead of the championship?
I think we're unlucky in the first 3 races, but the gap is not too much. So we have to win the last 3 races, and then we have to take a lot of points. The only solution.
Okay. One more thing I would like to ask to both Lewis and Domi is just a curiosity. We would like to know, we were expecting Tonics to race tonight, but we saw that it was not in the formation when the formation of your team was announced. What happened? It was not at home, or you decided to maybe try something different in the team strategy for the next 3 races to come.
Faccio tradurre?
Ok, no, abbiamo chiesto, ci aspettavamo di vedere Tonix in gara oggi, visto che insomma c'era la possibilità che appunto corresse, capire se è stata una scelta strategica o se ci sono stati degli impegni del pilota, visto che insomma era un po' il pilota più atteso.
No, è più una questione di strategia, diciamo.
Ok. So it was more a strategical question. Okay. So anyway, we really have said everything for tonight. So first of all, let me thank my guest tonight on commentary, as it's been for the most of the races this year. Thank you so much, Benjamin, for being with me tonight.
As always, it was my pleasure, Luca.
Okay, of course, a big thank goes to the broadcast director, Alessandro Pietracatella. Thank you so much, Alessandro.
Thank you.
And of course, congratulations and thank you for being with us after the race to F1MD Lewis 44, the winner of tonight's race, Smokeman 845, and F1MD Domi. Thank you so much, guys, for being here with us after the race for those interviews.
Grazie a voi.
Thank you too.
Okay, so it's really everything for tonight. Of course, next race of the 2019 Formula Europe Championship Final is this next Friday, and it's going to be the first of 3 consecutive 100% distance races, and it's going to be, of course, sorry, it's going to be in Japan, race 4. This Friday, June 14, and then the last 2 races in Germany, and the last race in Abu Dhabi. So this Friday, don't miss the Japan Grand Prix on 100%. This is going to be race 4 of the 2019 Formula Europe Championship Final. Thank you so much for being with us. Have a good night, and God bless you. Thank you so much.
See you.